audios, I have podcasts.
This is engineer light on my bedroom wall. This is LAPD, that's group stalking in helicopter. That's amplification, group stalking, crossing path in the helicopter, while engineer light and the light source itself remains in alignment to me right here. This is the entity that is, as I captured still images, as though through closed blinds, the sunlight is going to, first of all, be in a position where I'm present inside of this apartment at 10:46 in the morning. It is 7:21 in the evening. That is plain group stalking right there by the state. That is 101 group stalking by the state. Crossing path amplification, audible activity, it's massive facilitation because they're amplifying the sound of helicopter activity. That audible activity and crossing path is their engagement in group stalking. They're also engaged in what is group stalking with the people who are all in relevant position, maintaining presence via traffic, by where they're living, by where they're traveling to, while they're living here also on the property. And my environment is surrounded. And also as I walk outside, I showed you all the engineer light that's all over the property outside. They're monitoring. None of this is sunlight, nor would the sun be at the same address at 7:22 p.m. And the entity is doing this all night long. This is why I'm capturing videos where they're flying directly over my apartment. They're doing so with simultaneity to what it is that I'm doing. As I wake up in the middle of the night and I start documenting, I get on my Google Drive, I upload, they'll immediately fly over my apartment. They're engaged in 24-hour surveillance. And while they're flying in that direction, remember, they're equally engaged in stalking and engaging in what is crossing path. Crossing path, whether you're flying right over my apartment, while you're flying directly over my head, while you are at a distance, equally engaging what is crossing the path. Understand that. And not only that, you're recognizing that because no matter how far away those demons are in a helicopter, it is equally amplified in volume, which you've also seen. You've seen, in other words, amplification, which is something that you can hear. My ability to capture on video where they're at a great distance, but yet the amplified volume of the helicopter is heard inside of my office as I step out, and we both see, this is why you document, where's the helicopter at? Oh, there it is, way out there. The entity is stalking, and they're stalking while they cross path. And you also know that they're stalking because of the unnatural environment. I captured the impossible light that has now disappeared. It's never gonna be there anyway. So you're looking at all the still images. The ongoing course of conduct is underway. All the entity did was fly by in a manner that's audible. That's all they did, because all they're doing is flying around, remaining in relevant position, group stalking on an ongoing basis. It's ceaseless surveillance, okay? And they're doing so more heavy duty surveillance because I am one who is prosecuting the state. And so you're talking about what is a heightened level of aggression by the state of California, because they're going to face a prosecution, the likes of which it's never experienced before. And unfortunately, because you're dealing with the demon-possessed population, which is revealing what is the mental illness by a corrupt government that's practicing demonic activity. That demon possession is exhibited through the demonic environment. This isn't sunlight, and the blinds are closed. These are the small holes in the blinds, and they're magnified in size. And it's also the light, as you saw, it was ricocheting off of the mirror as though that would be the sun at any time of day. No. And then you have what is engineer light that's ricocheting. Remember, I'm capturing engineer light that's appearing all over the ceilings, all over the walls. I've captured this in the morning as well, while the light source is on the opposite side outside of the living room window. It is 7. That's again, the entity maintaining a light source. No one's forgotten what's already documented. And even as I documented today, over my head inside of the same apartment at 10:46, it is 7:24. That's not the sun, that's the light source. All right. And it's also not sunlight. Distinct methods of maintaining a specific environment, because the engineer light is present inside of my bedroom, inside of my apartment, when the light source is no explanation for that. Meaning the light source is, for example, outside of that window, but you're looking at the same exact impossible light activity. It has nothing to do with the light source. Okay, the entity maintains a light source, which is a hallmark of group stalking, and that's clearly establishing what is group stalking by that state that uses helicopters, and it's very, very heavily. In fact, the more I document it, the more they engage in that stalking conduct as I'm capturing it on video. All right. The entity does that, and it is evidence against the people of the state. This is engineer light that's appearing on both the walls. Here it is here, and there it is there. That's not sunlight. And you also I also captured how it was traveling across the bed, moving underneath the mattress, as I've captured this many times before, and moving up the walls while the entity is stalking in a helicopter. Those are elements of monitoring. Relevant positioning, which is the act of crossing path. A whole population of people that are moving around in this engineer light that's surrounding all over everything. They're all engaging in what is ongoing ongoing pacing. It's demonic activity. And their demon possession and their demonic activity is hidden in the spirit. You are physically looking at demons that are pacing all around you while they're walking, driving, flying, literally maintaining presence inside of their third-party facilitating venues, because none of these are private residences. This whole environment, this whole population is going to be prosecuted. It is currently 7:26 p.m. This is indeed the light source engaging in an ongoing sex offense. Impunity via sexual violence, and budget is engaged in that state surveillance, and they're all engaged in federal stalking on the venue of the internet as well. And the direct evidence against budget, which represents the people of the state, is the fact that they are in, while the specific environment surrounds you, and the state is group stalking in relevant position in helicopter, which is literally the evidence against the people of the state going by the name of budget. Not only are they engaging in that criminal conduct, you do not have any constitutional protections when you're participating, facilitating that state system, which is a threat to the life of an American citizen. You don't have a constitutional protection, have any legal argument. It doesn't matter whose third party group stalking venue you are removing their furniture in relevant position while that American citizen is being monitored and terrorized by your presence in concert with that state that is present in the same evidence that's going to be presented in federal court that's showing the stalking conduct by the state. By the way, the entity is also doing so with specific knowledge. Those are demons operating a budget vehicle, okay? They engage in the same conduct as you see a commercial actor driving a Universal Waste Systems vehicle and engineer light moves all across the building. It's the same condition, different logo, same demonic activity. It doesn't matter what they're doing, emptying garbage, coming up and picking up a demon-possessed third-party group stalker, emptying the furniture out of a third-party group stalker's apartment. It's surveillance, and it's done on behalf of the state in concert with the people. This is stalking in the path, and it's demonic pacing up and down Alvarado. And this is a demon that's actually focused on me. And you know that by the environment that's entirely unnatural, and the ongoing concerted activity that the people engage in concert with that entity that uses fire trucks, ambulances, and police vehicles to engage in the elements of monitoring. It is perpetual presence in the path in that specific environment, and it is 7:27 p.m. And this is the evidence which is going to result in everyone at this property is going to federal prison. Everybody employed with speaker companies is going to federal prison, and the state of California is going to be prosecuted for what shall be recognized in the U.S., which is terrorism, while the state governments are keeping American citizens under surveillance in violation of your constitutional and human rights. And California is going to be the first on the books, and that is establishing what is the legal framework for prosecuting the rest of the states that are doing the same thing, because there's no sun over in Nevada, while demons are here pacing under a light source that's remaining over the property for the duration of the day. And that is a fact. That's a scientific fact. It is currently 7:28 p.m. This is P.O.C.